Hey guys, welcome back to the Lands of the Pharaohs. I am Sajuk, and in this part we're going to be heading on to Serabit Kadim. In our choice mission here we can select Maydoom, which is a tomb of your own, a building mission. We've already done that in the previous part. So we're going to head to Serabit Kadim, the harsh Sinai. Let us proceed.
Like Den before him, Pharaoh Huni has ordered an expedition into the harsh land of Sinai to acquire turquoise, gemstones, and copper. He wishes you to lead this expedition to a place called Serabit Kadim, where the building remains of an earlier Egyptian outpost may still be found. Their current condition is unknown, but they may still provide some means of defense for the expedition. You should be aware that the last such expedition sent to this area never returned. A later expedition sent to recover them also did not return. Nevertheless, if we are to arm our soldiers adequately, our kingdom needs copper for making weapons, and this metal is scarce in our land. Prepare yourself, for you will be under constant threat of attack from the Bedouin of the Sinai Desert, and from our enemies, the Canaanites. Mine what copper and gemstones you may under these conditions, and be prompt in fulfilling Pharaoh's requests. You may employ jewelers to use any surplus gemstones to fashion jewelry for the people occupying the settlement.
Well, we are going to have to fulfill those requests promptly, because look at that kingdom rating, 80, but luckily we only need 2,000 people, so very, very basic goals. So it could be a shantytown for all the game cares, but it's not going to be. So this is Serabit Kadim, the Bedouin of the East. It looks as if we're going to have some major fights on our hand against both the Bedouin and the Canaanites, and luckily both are fairly weak enemies, so shouldn't be too difficult. Let's head to the city. Make sure it's slowed down and pause. So this is actually a very small map. It looks as if we've got some walls here. We can't build our own walls, so these have to be kept, otherwise we're going to be... well, we're not going to be able to replace them, and that's going to be a weak point. Build a wall here. Build a wall there. Look as if there's a gap right here where they can come straight through from all of here. So we're gonna have to keep all of our city down here. I mean, there's nice bits of copper here and all that, but I suspect this is an invasion location. So is over here, here, and up here as well. So we're gonna have to fulfill requests, and I suspect it'll be for copper and gemstones, which are our only raw resources. We've got quite a few copper mines in here. Actually, that is a lot. What's our trade? 4,000 copper to Salima Oasis. And that's it. Okay. So all we can sell is a lot of copper to Salima, and we can't sell any of these things because they have to be imported. We can sell gems and luxury goods to Bedet. That'll be a good trade route. Gems and luxury goods to Ben Nefer as well. But these mines cost too much, so I'm not going to set that up. We're going to go straight into military very, very quickly. But there's not a lot of space to build down nice housing blocks. I mean, there's a little bit of... I mean, that is, what, one flock of birds? That's not very much. Can I get a bridge across any part of here? Yeah, I can. Now, I'm not too sure about how I'm going to set up this city. I was thinking of going for a more organic layout with just like a zigzag all over the map. And I may try that. We just have little connected areas all by one with a little food area up here. And then like a quick crossing across here just to... whereabouts? Not there. I mean, the furthest can go is there. So I could have a connection point, I mean a zigzag here with a bit here. And a little bit of industry down here. I'm not too sure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and plan out this city. And since we're going to need military very quickly on this map, we're going to set up copper mines and set up our copper industry from the start. So I'll go and plan out the house and I'll come back in once I've done it. Alright, so we've got our housing set up. Now I was thinking of doing a zigzaggy line design, but I actually found out that this 9x9 just sits in here so nicely that I might as well just do a 9x9 in a straight line house here. And I can have all my food production up here and all the other industries. Down here I put down pretty much all the copper mines that we could support. For now, I mean I could get one more, two, one more in there and that'll be enough. That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 mines. That's not too bad. So I did make sure to put down these houses first, and these ones last. So these ones will fill up first, well, because they're near the entry point, but these ones will get access quicker. Let's just have a look at damage risk, it's all fine, but let's make sure. Health is and infrastructure is priority number 1. We're going to reduce taxation to 0. Not sure why it says the balance is 15,000 when we started with only 7.5. Bug, maybe? I'm not too sure. Let me just check difficulty. No, it's on hard, so it's just a weird bug, I suppose. It says that that's all running. Let's just turn off weapons for now. We don't need that just yet. We want copper production. So we will just hunt, and all of these will be within range of that. And I think this will look a bit nicer than just doing zigzag lines. It's a bit too complex to set up at the moment. But I do want to get the military going pretty quickly now. I do have 3 gods, Ra, Ptah and Seth. Not really bothered about building this because it's not going to benefit us at all. We really need help from Seth on this mission. So this should all get nicely set up when they get access to this stuff. That'll come online in time. So will these. How many people can we support? 200 people. Let's just add more houses, I think. Let's just do some house in there and some house in there. This is that these are quite far away from things. We're not gonna get all the statues down the way I would like them, but that's fine. We can just sort of make do and mend as best as we can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this run. I'm gonna come back in once our first copper is produced. Okay, so we're producing a heck of a lot of copper. These have already produced 900, so let's just get our exports going straight away by opening up to Selima Oasis. It's a very expensive trade route, but the only source of selling copper. Let's just sell right over 0, just buy it all. We've got some unemployment, so let's turn on the weapons industry. We've got plenty of copper that we can sell copper while producing weapons, which is fine. All he says, I've rearranged this a little bit because these were still saying poor access to workers, so I've moved it over here, and this is their employment line is over here, and it's fine. I don't need that intersection, to be honest. So that's what, 1,000 copper already. Jeez, they're coming in already. I will make plenty of money off of this. So once we've made the money, I will set up the military, I think, because I don't really want to hang around too much on the military. I mean, this is nearly the end of the first year, and we don't have any military forces. I do know there are sneak attacks on this mission, so I don't want to. I don't want to hang around. Anyway, we've made plenty of money. That's all the money we are going to require. Let's just put that recruiter down. There we go, plenty of cash. And I can now set up our military. So let's just put down a fort. If that bird wasn't in the way, it'd be fine. So, let me just check this. Just slow time down here a sec. I want to make sure that there's a route through this bit. So that's the road. So I've got to make sure that that's clear. So let's just put... I mean, we're training, what? That's 4 weapons already, so that's not too bad. Let's put that down. And then I'll have an archer fort here, and then just more forts along this top bit. Maybe a couple out here, but I know there's some hyenas here that I'll want to get rid of, so I'll probably set up some archers for that. So got that going. I don't think we really need to get more people. Oh, geez, we've got plenty of unemployment, so I do want to get rid of that unemployment for now. How much is that? 62 workers. I suppose right now what I can do is just put down 2 gem mines and just make sure we've got some gems in case we're asked to send gems to someone. Yeah, we'll do that. So that's a spend. So we've got all that money, and now we're spending it all to set up our next industry. So we've got our fort down. That will help get our military going. And yeah, we'll just keep on going. Okay, so we are swimming in cash. I mean, we've already got 6,500 selling off copper, so how much have we sold? The maximum, so we can't sell anymore, so I think we need to find alternate buyers for things, so let's just start selling not luxury goods, gemstones to a very cheap trade route to Ben Nefer, since we're stockpiling them quite a lot. I did rework this road just to get the mines in quite nicely without any problems, and there's space up here as well. I also used my inventory, which were very slow, to get rid of the hyenas on this corner. Then they don't cause any problems. I'm also feeding, well, trying to feed the people. This doesn't seem to have all the workers it needs, which is a problem because it means they're not going to the right place. Anyway, 18 wants to send 800 copper. Well, we don't have 800 copper. We do have, what was that, 300 copper? Let's just set this up to 800. And Pharaoh wants to give me chickpeas for basically no reason. Okay. Let's just set this to accept chickpeas as well. Looks as if we're going to have to evolve the housing because we are short by people. So let's put down this here. And you can just buy, well, whatever food type happens to exist in the yards. We'll start getting these people up. Gods are getting a little upset because we did have to put down a couple of extra shrines. So why don't we just put down another temple to, well, another temple, but to Seth. And then I can sort of just dump an extra temple to Ptah over there until later. All the food is stockpiling. These aren't getting enough access to employees because they're not passing by enough houses. Why don't we just have that like that, and then you can just sort of bypass any housing you want. Copper built up very quickly in a month. That's pretty quick. There we go, all the chickpeas. So now you can start feeding the people. We've got, what's this, 10 soldiers? Not a lot, but we're making money. We're selling off gemstones, that's fine. We didn't even hit a debt, which is good. Yeah, so we're doing pretty well in the second year. So I think with that money, I'm just going to put down an archer's fort right here. And we'll just have a little mobile company of archers if needed. So I'll let this run. I'll come back in if anything of interest happens. Well, look at that. Old Royal Mare Super Duke, the 10th, because this is the 10th mission. Because of their dreams of empire, in 2 years' time, a Canaanite army will be at your gate. So we've got 2 years to prepare for an invasion from a very weak enemy. I am evolving the house, and I did put down just a few statues here and there, just to make sure everyone's evolving quite nicely. You should be getting... You don't need to get chickpeas, actually. What have you got? I think you just want to keep getting game meat at this point, which is not very helpful, but it doesn't matter. We are selling out all the gems that we produce, I think. Let's see, 2,400, 4,000. Well, we're pretty much maxing out our trade routes at this point, so this is fine. We don't need any more. I'm suspecting there's going to be requests for weapons as well, so I think we should just stockpile weapons in the yard as well, just in case we happen to get asked to send those things, because I really don't want to be late to any of these requests, given that, you know, the whole point is we're here to appease Pharaoh. I mean, look at our kingdom rating. We need to pretty much double it, or nearly double it. Is it going up? No, it's not changing. Luckily, we don't have to worry about anything else other than population and kingdoms, so as long as we keep Pharaoh happy, we will be fine. We've got plenty of copper sitting around here waiting to be sold. This is going up the wrong way, which means he's not passing the bloody houses, which doesn't help. Now he's got access, okay, fine. So what's this? One full company of infantry? Not bad. And can we maybe just... You know, just stick a weaponsmith right... That's actually a terrible location for a weaponsmith. Let's put the weaponsmith here. Sorry about that random fade again. The game is just minimizing because it likes to. I don't understand that glitch, but it just does it on my copy all the time. It just randomly minimizes. I think maybe it's just a Windows thing. Maybe something in the background. Anyway, so I could put gem mine there if I want to, but we are producing more than enough gems. I mean, we're not even reached a couple of years in. We're making shit tons of cash. So let's just make another gem mine there. I think at this point I need to start producing jewelry. Kingdom rating went up. How much? By 5 points, and our this is getting quite high, which is not helpful. Let's put down 3 of those to start producing luxury goods. We can start selling that off to Men Nefer as well. All this house is nicely evolving. Not enough food from the bazaar. What have you got? We just keep wanting to get game meat for some reason. Let's just import to maintain nothing of chickpeas since, well, the trade route's open. Employees needed? Why? Oh, is it just because the houses are devolving? Okay, fine. Well, you can go get chickpeas and get rid of this little yard of it. Now you should be able to go and dump the game meat here and start stockpiling it a bit better. What are you going to get? Chickpeas good.
Items, and I'm going to
Okay, so I'm going to let this run. I'm going to come back in if anything of interest happens. We do have our full company of infantry here, so we should be able to fight off any invasion. Oh, look at that. A Bedouin army is attacking us with no warning. And it sounds like it's a big invasion, so let's just slow time down. I was just thinking about placing another fort down, but we're just going to have to go with what we've got. I mean, it's taken me all this time just to get one full company of infantry and half a company of archers. Now, I hope to God that they don't try and kill our industry, because that would be a crying shame. And we don't want to lose these things either, because we can't replace them, which is going to be sort of annoying. Of course, they're getting a little bit upset. I did put in a couple of extra shrines to Ra, and I also upped our game meat capacity as well. And this is the first invasion we get battle music. It sounds as if we're probably going to be in some dire straits. We are producing luxury goods. I did stop exporting gems unless we've got 800, just in case Pharaoh happens to ask for them. Now, I do believe there's a gap that they can get through here. Now, I hope to God our troops can get down here quickly enough. 1,000 people, so we're halfway to our target population. 12%? Jeez. How am I supposed to get rid of this unemployment without building more industry? Anyway, well, we'll have to sort about that later. We've got 10,000 straight away, not too bad. Let's get our archers in here. What's this? 9 archers and some not so green troops. Right there, go in. Go and attack them, guys. You really can't do very much apart from do this. Oh shit, back off. Would you just do something? Please. Right, so we leveled them up. Helpful. And lost 4. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's just get back to base and hope that doesn't happen again. That's going to be... And I hate how there's this little tile of rock right there. Otherwise, they have to go around that side if there just happens to be a little bit over to that side. So, we didn't do too bad, lost a couple of troops. And we leveled up our infantry as well, which is going to help a lot. Okay, so I'll just keep on going and I'll keep building the city and hope we can prepare for future invasions. Well, look at that, another invasion is on the way. We haven't even had the first Canaanite invasion. Let me just check. Yeah, the last warning I got of the first one was in November, so we might have a double invasion. Actually, no. We'll get this one, and then the other one will happen not that long after it, so... It's getting hairy, and you can see I'm building up more troops. Unfortunately, I'm having a bit of a trouble trying to stabilise my... the unemployment. It keeps going up too high, which doesn't actually help. I'm thinking I might not even need a straight line housing block here at all, because this should be fully evolved. And we've got 1,300 people. I'm not sure how much more I can get out of this, but we shall see. Plenty of game meat in stockpile, so we don't need to import any more. I'm just trying to max out jewellery production at this point, because the gemstones are piling up here. I don't really want to sell them just in case Pharaoh decides he wants some. We make, what, 10 grand a year in exports. And nothing in tax, so tax is completely useless. Another sneak attack, there we go. Where's this from? And we've got another Canaanite invasion, and trade routes are screwed up. And more copper. We'll take it. All the things happening at once, let's just get the troops down here. All of them. I hate these sneak attacks from the Bedouin. I think they just want to displace us by not telling us they're coming. I suppose all these rocky outcrops, you could just say they're the reason. Let's just speed up. This is actually a really big invasion, I think. Yeah, so I'll just put them there. Get right in there, folks. Just move you forward a little bit. Actually, that's not a very big invasion at all. Just get right in there. The more they attack, the better off, then we don't have losses. There we go. What did we lose? How are they so poor? That's not fair. Average health, skilled, okay. I don't get how that works, but, you know, I'll roll with it. So, in a couple of months, we will be attacked by the Canaanites, and I'll come back in once we're about to be attacked. Oh, Pharaoh's getting greedy here. He's now wanting 1,300 gems in 18 months. We just barely have enough. Okay, send that off. Now I'm thinking about this pottery industry. We can't get clay from, I think, none of our open trade routes. Where clay could come from Badet, who we could sell more luxury goods to. Have we sold out to Mennefer? We have. What's a stockpile like? Quite nice. The only problem is I'm thinking about where to put the maybe a road. No, that's just in the way. If that wasn't in the way, I would have got a road around the back there and just had them go through a bit of a zigzag. But now if we have, what's this, house, statue. Let's say that was a road there. We could actually set up a bit of a pottery industry right here. So I'll go and set that up so we can start distributing pottery. And I can also sell some more luxury goods as opposed to Badet. I've got tons of cash, just sell it. Yeah, so we're just going to keep going, and I'll come back in when the Canaanites are about to invade. Well, look at that, we are going to be invaded in 1 month by the Canaanites at the same time as we get told that in 6 months we're going to be attacked by another Canaanite army. I've got all this set up here quite nicely, I think. I'm just going to put the road out over here. They should be able to pass these houses without any problems. I'm just going to put down this and this. Yes, we need employees now, which is good because it's an excuse to evolve the housing. So the clay will be imported here, and then they will go up and deliver it here. This is going to accept beer. And what's our gods like? 7. I better just make sure it's not too unequal by having that there. Wrong place anyway. 1. Let's do a line of them there. What's that? 7. Canaanite army is going to attack. It's a very small invasion apparently, so let's just get our people out there. 2 full squadrons of infantry should be more than enough. Let's just move these guys into place. Now please don't attack the wall. There's a gap. What? Hang on a second. How the hell is there a gap there? What? Okay, let's see. That is totally not fair in any way at all. And let's just get these guys engaging. Let's see, do not go for the palace. Okay, these guys will die very quickly. I mean, this guy over here is dead. That wasn't too difficult at all. Yeah, these invasions are just not nice. I mean, why the heck is there a gap right there? Yeah, not too difficult. Lost 1 person, that's not a big deal. Okay, so I know that there's going to be another invasion upcoming. We're making all the copper and that we need, so we don't need to worry. We're stockpiling as much as we can. And I will try to provide pottery to these people. Just do that. We're producing plenty, so we just need to evolve the housing, really. And yeah, we'll just keep on going, really. I think there's nothing much else to do at this point. We just got to wait it out. Okay, the second Canaanite invasion is going to be arriving in 1 month, bent on conquest. And I might just distribute some pottery to the people here from this meagre supply of, what's this, clay? We've got, what, that's quite a lot actually. It seems as if because these troops die so fast, that the archers are never retraining, so which is not very helpful. And this ostrich is going completely crazy trying to get away from our hunters apparently, but there's more than enough game meat in stockpile now that we don't really need to worry. We're making shit tons of cash. What's our kingdom rating, like 65? We only really need 700 people. And I think this 1 block should provide all we need. We don't need to evolve it too high. Let's just put down our Canaanite armies incoming. Where from that looks like the side there, so let's just you know, put these guys in. They're just charging right in here. Okay, fine. Right, let's get you guys right in the action there. The archers die very quickly anyway, so that's fine. And it's usually just sort of, please die. There you go. Yeah, so we've got, what's that? 15? We've got veterans now, nice. So they might not die so quickly. We might actually be able to get some bloody archers because that's what's kind of annoying me here. Got plenty of weapons in stockpile, this is producing all we need. We're just not making many luxury goods now at this point. 1500. Oh, you maxed it anyway, that's fine, doesn't matter. So now all I have to do is provide a source of beer. Now I think we have to import that. We apparently are already trading with someone that sells beer. That would be Bidet, so I don't really need necking. So let's just import some beer. And we'll stockpile a little bit here first before we distribute it. Okay, so we're just going to evolve the housing and see if we can reach 2,000 people with just this block. If I can't, then I'll just put down some extra housing. Okay, these invasions are getting pretty hairy. Another invasion in 2 years from a Canaanite army. I'm just sort of trying to plan out other things at this point. So let's just put a courthouse there. Unfortunately, I just realised that this road isn't placed the right way. Otherwise, we've had the courthouse there, but it doesn't matter. Let's just distribute beer. I'm going to keep these houses low level. I'm not going to go above spacious apartment. So that means we are going to need to plan out some more housing here. That's the wrong place for that. Let's put that here. And that can go there. Let's see. Let's just do that. And I'm not going to do too much for this, so let's just see. 1, 2. So let's say that was a temple to Ptah. There. And 1, 2, 3. There. Now we can just have this straight line providing all the additional population. Only problem is that I'm going to have trouble trying to keep them all employed. Because this is going to start skyrocketing, so I think I'm just going to have to put the temple complex somewhere. Where though, I do not know. Can I fit it in here? If that jeweler wasn't in the way, it'd be fine. Let's just move that jeweler. You know, when you're finished, you'll be fine. I also got a request for copper, which has sent our kingdom rating up to 70. So if we just fight off some more invasions, we should be fine. Once you've produced your gems, come on. Just delete that. And right here, we can just put that. And then we can just put the temple complex and altar. Let's just have a look at this again. So temple complex to Ra. So Ra smiles upon this city where it has dedicated a temple complex to him, and he makes sure that others in the kingdom smile upon your city too. Increases your kingdom rating, and should the city find itself in debt, which we're not, allows you to pay a lower interest, and through Priests of Ra, Mat bestows a calming effect, so thievery goes down, crime is not as big of a problem. Oracle of Horus basically allows it to pay a lower wage, so this should now be paying 28, so this goes down to 28, and this doesn't affect kingdom rating, which is actually very useful. So really all I have to do is just build more housing. Let's just put this down, and we'll just provide them with a tax collector and a courthouse, like so. Let's just provide them game meat. Should be more than enough in this city. Now we can have a pavilion right there. So we're now starting to address our ratings and try to control our unemployment by doing so. So we're going to hit 2,000 with this. So at this point, all I have to do is win the mission, which is not very difficult. We're getting our military up there. And if I can train all this up, I will build one more infantry fort and then leave it at that. But other than that, I think we're coasting on to victory at this point. Well, look, another sneak attack from the Bedouins coming from the south. Well, that's really awful, that location, because I don't think I'm going to get my troops there in time. Let's just try and get our troops there in time, though. And we've got 4 full companies, which is good. I did, as you seen there, this time we've got plenty of... I mean, this is ridiculous. I have no way of controlling my unemployment at this point. So what I'm going to do is, much as I don't want to do this, I'm going to have to destroy houses because we have no way of keeping these people employed. I know that seems counterproductive, but yeah, I mean, even with that, we still can't keep people employed, which doesn't help. Please do not destroy the wall. Would you just go a different direction, please? I'd rather you come round this way. Let's just speed this up. Oh, and now they're going the wrong way, which doesn't actually help. No, don't go that way, please. This is not helpful at all, please. Let's just, you know, get the troops in. You know, just do something. This is not very helpful. Yeah, let's just move you out of the way. I think our archers are getting wiped out here, which is not very helpful. It's just, yeah, they're starting to turn back now, which helps. Skilled. Right, come on, get in. Now they're just sort of all running around the map like idiots, really, at this point. Okay, we did lose a few there, which didn't help. Let's just speed this up. Okay, I'm not even going to try. Let's just send everyone back. We sort of blocked that very easily, but we've lost a lot of... I mean, how the heck are these guys getting frightened? I think it's because of the academy not existing that they seem to demoralise very quickly, but we did hold off that sneak attack. Can I win the mission before anything gets any worse? I hope so, because we've got a lot of unemployment here, and I have nothing really to sink it into. Maybe I should just try giving gifts to the kingdom and hope I can win with that. 1100 gems helps. Yeah, I'll think of something. I'll come back in once we're really about to win the mission. Well, it's actually a good thing that I started stockpiling weapons. Sleepy Oasis is asking for 13 weapons. Now, given that that's 18 months to comply, you know, I think you could meet that very easily. But we'll set off the 18 weapons, and I think that should be enough to win the mission. Sim 6 has just gone up there, we've got to that previous request. I did just dump down a thingy face. And over here we've got a dancer glitch. How very unhelpful. And, you know, I'm just going to dump some houses there, that'll do. Just put that there. So, with that request completes, we will win the mission. So let's just take a save and just have a glance over the city. So we did, what's this, 9%? You know, just put those houses back, that'll do. I don't want to be just bare bones in the population, let's just at least make it reasonable. So we had our main block over here, all our food in production and all that, and over here just basically a mining dump with the temple complex. Sort of out of place, but I just put it there anyway. Yeah, so we fought through it. Let's just speed this up, and we should win when, since it's gone up by 1, not very useful. And we just have to wait for that request to complete, so let's just speed up. 2 years time, another invasion, don't care, I just want to win the mission. And there we go. We won Serbet Kadim with that request, so pretty hairy, but we got there. Let us proceed.
You have managed to overcome the dangers of Sinai and supplied Egypt with copious amounts of precious copper and turquoise. Your deeds will be remembered for generations.
Well, that's good to know. It is going to be remembered for generations because it's going to go on YouTube. So that was Serbet Kadim, and we built a nice mining outpost. It's not going to last though, sadly. But anyway, that was our goal. We got fairly basic goals. I mean, we didn't even need to do anything more than kingdom rating and population, but that was Serbet Kadim. If you want to check out the next video in the playlist of May Doom, you can click ahead to that. Or if you want to go to one of the other missions on the screen, you can either go to Surf Dashur by clicking on the left card. But if you're interested in Buhen, the military mission, click on the right hand card and you'll be able to head there. That will be that from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye now.